You are joining the prisoners of the Reich. Let's listen in about the Great Escape.
Necessary civilian clothing or whatever, and food and maps and compasses and ID cards if they had to have them. And they were sitting in the barracks waiting to go out the tunnel. There was about, I don't know, 200 or so. I forget how many, but it was over that. And I thought it was lucky that they came up short, because if they'd gotten 200 people out, Hitler would probably had them all shot. So I was saying, well, they only shot 50. Well, so you're lucky in that respect.
Okay, this is our friend, I believe it's Robert Vaughn, and he does tell the best stories on this DVD. But the next gentleman, his last name is Lang. And Lang means lengthy. And if you remember Stephen King's novel, The Langoliers, what that meant was the lengthy liars, Langoliers. And Mr. Lang, I believe, is tied into that very concept of Langoliers, lengthy liars.
Or in a year and a half, or a little over a year later anyway.
And the ashes were sent back to us in the summer of '44.
Okay, did you hear what he said? The ashes were sent back to us. We're going to talk a little more about that. This is Mr. Lang. Lengthy, long, and put leers, Langoliers, lengthy liars.
The ashes for all the 50 that were killed with their names on it.
They were.
So does it make any sense to you that the Germans are going to slaughter these guys that escape, but then they're going to be kind enough to send ashes back to the camp? Why would they bother? And another thing is, don't forget, on one of my other videos, we were told that they only got 5 or 6 lumps of coal per day to burn, because there was no coal to go around. So how in the world are you going to cremate bodies? Do you know, in modern techniques, with getting them in the crematory, getting the temperature up to maybe 1400 degrees, and subjecting the body to 2 hours at 1400 degrees, then the body begins to waste away. Now, there would not be gas-fed crematories in Germany during the Second World War. If anything, it would be done by coal. You know how much coal it would take to cremate 50 bodies? But this very principle is tied into, guess what? You guessed it. It has to do with the number 6. It has to do with something else. It's a big deception about all the cremations when there's no coal to go around.
The only word you can use is they were assassinated, I guess. Took their bodies to various towns around the area and cremated their remains.
Yeah, just sent them out. There's lots of them, right? Wrong. Cremation didn't even really exist in the United States until after about the year 1900. And the same is pretty true for Germany. Early cremation was only set up like in the late 1870s, 1880s set up. So he's saying they just sent them out all over the place to get the bodies cremated. After what? They machine gunned them to death? Then they want to cremate the body and bring it back to the camp? Does this make any sense to you at all? No. Well, let's go on.
And then brought the remains into near our camp, and we had decided we wanted to build a memorial, which the Germans allowed us to do, so we built a memorial. As far as I know, it's still there. There's 50 men. This one man I was telling you about earlier, who has been my roommate, his name is Mike Casey. He was captured the day the war was started. And that was 39, and he was executed in 44. He just newly married, a nice guy.
So once again, the hoax-lie system functions on emotion. And if I'm correct, and this is Robert Vaughn, the actor, he's trying to generate emotion right now. Because logically speaking, it doesn't make any sense to execute 50 people escaping from a stalag and then cremate their bodies and send the ashes back and then allow the participants of the camp to construct a memorial to the ones who escaped? Come on. So look, it's emotion. Emotion overtakes logic. I'm trying to bring logic so you're not victimized by all this false emotion. Okay, stay tuned for more. This concludes the video. I got more to come, hopefully, in the video.